Hi there, welcome. I'd like to introduce you to a new technique I created that takes hypnosis to the next level. I call it subconscious mind direct access, and that's exactly what it is. It's directly accessing the subconscious mind with no conscious mind being there whatsoever. When a person is placed in this state, they are effectively sleeping, but their subconscious mind is talking directly to you. If you think about what hypnosis is, we're trying to push to the side that thinking conscious mind so we can do our work with the subconscious. Your success in a session and the difference between a good subject and a horrible subject is how successful you are at moving that thinking mind to the side. With this technique, there is no thinking mind at all. Also, the critical factor is also completely gone. So what that means is that all of your suggestions go right in. It's like direct suggestion on steroids. There's no part of the mind critiquing your suggestions. It's really like mind control, to put it bluntly. For instance, I had a smoker come to me to stop smoking. I placed him in the state, and at the end of the session, I suggested that not only was he a non-smoker, but that he's never smoked in his whole life. And when I emerged him, he asked me why he was there. And I told him, well, you came in to quit smoking. And he looked right at me and he said, I've never smoked in my life. What do you mean? I'm like, holy cow, wow. So because of this, at the end of all of my sessions, I suggest that they will come back to work with me again and again. And also, if they like their results, they're going to tell everyone they know to come work with me. And this results in a ton of referrals. So with this process, you'll be able to work much faster, your sessions will be much shorter, and 100 times more powerful. You can dumb down and shorten all your techniques. You'll be fixing the problem in one session, but charging for a program fee, which equates to more money and more time. And we're going to talk more on that later when we talk about the business course. They are effectively sleeping through the session, so there won't be any strain on them to relive or remember any negative events. They take a nap, and when they wake up, the problem is solved. Their subconscious mind will be directly talking to you without any conscious mind being there at all. You'll be able to place them back in the state very quickly for follow-up sessions, and they don't remember anything from the session, so it's super easy for them. So basically, in a nutshell, they're going to be sleeping through the session and will have no memory of the session. All suggestions go right in, direct suggestion on steroids. Your sessions will be shorter. You'll be fixing the problem in one session, but charging a program fee. More money, more time. You can dumb down and shorten all your techniques. You're not putting them through any trauma. They won't be reliving or remembering bad events. This is the most powerful way to conduct hypnosis. I tell you, for years I was struggling to be a full-time hypnotist. I would read about other hypnotists that were making a six-figure income, and I was like, God, how in the world are they doing that? My income was like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. I would go through periods where I was just not getting the clients, and of course, this put a lot of stress on me to pay my bills. Several times through the years, I had to get part-time jobs and even a full-time job while pushing my practice to the side just so I could make ends meet. There were times I wondered if my phone service was working because the calls just weren't coming in. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever experienced that too? I spent years looking at different marketing approaches. I tried several with just minimal results, but I just didn't want to work a regular job. I just don't want a regular job. I just don't want to work for somebody else. I want to be my own boss so I can have some freedom. So it occurred to me that I needed to revamp my techniques and stop charging by the session. One day, I thought that if I could just totally 100% get rid of the conscious mind, I'd finally be successful. So I spent 3.5 years working on an induction. My laptop accumulated over 60 scripts, and I would test and then tweak, test and then tweak, and I finally came up with something that worked well. The induction took an entire hour, and I was getting about half the people in the state. But I wanted something more consistent than that, and something shorter. Then one night, I was just sitting there, and I had an idea out of nowhere, something just way different than my first induction, something so simple. And, we like simple, don't we? So on paper, in my mind, I thought it would work. Why wouldn't it? So I tested my idea, and it worked the first time. I was quickly able to get my client where her conscious mind was sleeping and totally gone, while her subconscious mind was talking directly to me. So I tested it again, and again it worked. And of course, I tested it again, and it kept working. I realized that if I could get someone into somnambulism, it would work. This transformed my business and my life. Would you like to get a positive transformation? Oh yeah. I was fixing people very quickly, much less time in session. And I was suggesting to them that if they're happy with their results, that they would come back and work with me on other issues. And they would also talk about this amazing experience to everybody that they knew and refer tons of people to me. And guess what? They did. Before, I would get a referral, maybe here and there. And now for every one client I work with, it turns into like 5 more. Would you like to get an avalanche of new referrals coming to you? No more worrying about enough clients. No more worrying about money. I am a full-time hypnotherapist now. The three things I did to change my failing hypnosis career to full-time, making lots of money and just feeling great about myself. 3 things. Number 1, you have to use this new technique. No conscious mind. It's gone. Number 2, you have to not charge by the session or by the hour. And number 3, I go over the one and only way to market yourself. So by the time you get on the phone with your potential new client, 90% of the work is already done for you, and they already know all about you and what you do. Please stick with me through this webinar. If you do, I promise you that you're going to be kicking butt just like I finally am. I have 3 courses I will give you for free, all of which are techniques that I created. You can't find this anywhere else because I created all of this myself through the past 16 years. And subconscious mind direct access is the next gigantic step in hypnosis. You won't be doing hypnosis like you've been doing it ever again. This vehicle, this process, I believe, is the right vehicle. Through time, hypnosis has changed so much So many discoveries. Hypnosis started with waking suggestions, then trance was developed. Then for a really long time, it was just direct suggestion. You put them in hypnosis and you use direct suggestion. Then many wonderful pattern scripts were developed for direct suggestion. Then other techniques were created, like age regression to find the root cause of problems and fix them, parts therapy, timeline therapy, chair therapy to remove people that have hurt them, finding and clearing secondary gain, past life regression, and other techniques. What you have here is the next evolution in hypnosis. This is it. Think about good clients and bad clients. You always want the good clients, don't you? You already know that the further you can push that conscious mind away, the better the session that you're going to have and the faster your results. And when the conscious mind interferes, your session can completely fail. And of course, the critical factor is there and just wanting things to stay the way they are. That critical factor, it's the one thing that just makes change more difficult. But we want easy, right? Now, there is no conscious mind. There is no critical factor, and you're communicating directly with the subconscious. It doesn't get any better than that. When you use your techniques, you can dumb them down, you can speed them up. Things become so much faster and easier. Does that sound good to you? Faster and easier? You bet. You can easily condition them to re-enter the state very quickly. And I'll just tell you a quick story about my nephew, Caleb. I conditioned him, years ago to get into the state. And now after, I think the last time I worked with him, we had not worked together for like a year and a half. And I just said, close your eyes, take 2 deep breaths in and out. I count from 10 down to 1, and then I fire in the reinduction keyword phrase, which is yellow elephant sleeping. Boom, gone, just gone. And so you can wait a day, you can wait a week, you can wait a month, you can wait years. And the next time you work with them, it will still work. You'll still be able to get them down into the state. This is the right process. This is the vehicle you want to use. This is the next huge step in our profession. I really believe that. So conducting a session using the subconscious mind direct access approach is that you use your normal inductions and your normal deepeners, and you place your client in somnambulism. Nothing changes there at all. Then you add my piece in and send the conscious mind away into sleep and start talking directly with the subconscious mind. Here you use all your regular tools, but you can really whittle them down, dumb them down. You can make them quite a bit shorter. You can omit things and do things much faster because you don't have the conscious mind. You don't have the critical factor getting in your way. And I'm going to explain to you the critical factor, to you just in a moment, just in case you don't know what that is. I'm going to go over how I conduct sessions using this technique. But before I do, one of the free courses that I'm going to give to you is how to conduct spirit sessions. You can actually call out a person's spirit guides and have conversations with them. And this is so interesting. It's very exciting. So for me, when I do sessions, I do an age regression. I find the cause of the problem and I fix it. Then once you think that you're done, you can call forward the person's spirit guide and you can kind of confirm some things. You can ask if you fixed the problem. Ask if there's anything else that needs to be done. Ask if the conscious mind needs any information. Ask if they have a spiritual attachment, and if they do, the guides will clear it for you. Ask if this is connected to a past life, and if it is, the guides will clear that for you. If I will be working with them again, I will then install a reinduction keyword phrase so I can place them back in the state very quickly next time and every time after that. Then, I usually spend about 5 minutes doing direct suggestion on the problem, telling them the problem is fixed, and going through situations where before there was a problem and now they feel happy and content in those situations. Then I do direct suggestion telling them that if they liked our work together, they're just going to tell everybody they know because everybody has problems, and that they will come back and work with me again now that they are conditioned to enter this state quickly. So just in case you don't know what the critical factor is, let me just explain it to you. It's a part of the conscious mind. It acts like a gatekeeper to vet suggestions coming into the subconscious. It tends to block ideas that are not closely aligned with the patterns that have been stored in the subconscious. It inhibits change and transformation. It's a watchdog. It will allow in suggestions that match up with their current programming. If they get a new idea or suggestion that goes against their current programming, it'll be rejected. So this part kind of keeps people stuck. With subconscious mind direct access, there is no critical factor. It's not there. So everything that you suggest goes right in without any evaluation. So powerful. Does that make sense? You know, as I had mentioned, I really went through some dark times that lasted years. I wasn't making ends meet, and I didn't understand how you could be a full-time hypnotist. I had gained a belief about myself that I just couldn't do this for a living. It wasn't going to work for me. All these stories of these other hypnotists doing well and getting lots of clients, but that just wasn't my reality. I am a great hypnotist, and I do great work. That's what I believe about myself. I really want to help people. It's my passion. But the struggle I went through was so real, it just made me feel bad about my abilities. Can you relate to that? But I realized I needed tools. I've totally changed the way I do business and the way I conduct sessions now. For years, I charged $125 per session. Then after getting burned more than a few times, I realized I needed to sell programs. And we're going to talk about that in the free training I have for you about pricing, business, and conducting a proper consultation. I'm so glad I've finally broken through the false beliefs about myself. I can be successful, and I am now successful. With the subconscious mind direct access, things will change for you too. You need more time working on your business. It's the 80-20 rule. 20% of your time should be in session. 80% of your time should be on marketing and getting out there. It is so nice to conduct shorter sessions that are 100 times more powerful than the old way that I used to do it. It's so nice to get so many referrals. And it's so nice to not have to put my clients in situations of the past that were horrible for them. Ever feel kind of bad that you made your client cry in session? Not only are they sleeping through the process, but they're not even going to remember anything from the session. My success has skyrocketed using this process, and you'll find the same success in your practice. This is a simple process that you can do. If you can now place people in hypnosis, you can do this. You'll have all the tools, and you'll be up and running with this new process in under a week. Does that sound exciting? Yes, I hope so. I'm very excited about this. Like I said before, this is the next evolution in hypnosis, bar none. So I know I went through a lot, and there's a lot of information I went through, but I wanted to get as much information as possible to you during the time that we had together. I don't want to have you leave overwhelmed. I just want to inspire you and show you what's possible. I figured out a package I put together so you can take this stuff, and when you get back home, you can implement it and find the same success that I've found. Are you okay if I spend just a few minutes walking you through a special offer I've put together for you? Excellent. Well, I put together a process called Subconscious Mind Direct Access, and I'm going to give you some awesome free bonuses that I haven't discussed yet. Let me go through what you're going to get when you invest in the Subconscious Mind Access today. All right. Subconscious Mind Direct Access course. This is a huge breakthrough with hypnosis. The first thing you're going to get is complete access to my video course that teaches everything, which includes downloads of notes and pattern. With this, your sessions get shorter, your sessions become 100 times more powerful. You fix people in one session. What you suggest is fact, which equates to booking more sessions with this client and gaining tons of referrals from each and every person you work with. They don't remember a thing from the session, so they were not put through any kind of negative memories or emotions. Your investment for Subconscious Mind Direct Access is free because you're going to earn that back with only one client. And from that point on, it's just thousands and thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. I'm also going to give you 3 other must-know courses for free. For free, I'm also giving you full training on how to conduct spiritual sessions. I've discovered something amazing. I have discovered a monumental breakthrough in life. I really have. I realized that once the conscious mind is sleeping and you're communicating with the subconscious mind by using the Subconscious Mind Direct Access approach, it's incredibly easy to call forward your client's spirit guides. This is huge. I've figured out that the conscious mind is actually the veil, the wall between the physical world and the spirit world. So this is way better than them going to a psychic because you are in direct communication with spirit. With this, you can answer all your clients' questions about their life, their goals, their metaphysical questions. You can communicate with deceased people, find out how their loved ones are doing on the other side. You can also have the guides find and clear spiritual attachments. You can have the guides take your client through past lives. You can have the guides heal them physically, and you can also clear haunted locations. With this, you have an option of doing this individually, or you can condition a partner, somebody that you work with, to get into the state very quickly and then conduct your sessions through your partner. I've done this a couple of times in the past already. You call forward your partner's spirit guides and then call forward your client's spirit guides through them. You want to make a lot of money? You can charge a lot for these kinds of sessions. They are so special. Right now in the world, people are extremely interested in this, and these sessions are super easy and extremely interesting. This spiritual session course is a $1,000 value. I'm also going to include, for free, a course on age regression. Age regression is a must-know technique. It finds the root cause of the problem. You go back in time to when the problem originated and you clear it there. If you don't use age regression, you are missing out big time. If you do use age regression, then you know how cumbersome it can be. For the hypnotist, age regression can just really suck. It's tiring and it's cumbersome and it can take up a lot of your time. Through the years, I've developed a brand new way to do age regression, and it's easy for your client and it's easy for you. You will find the ISE, the initial sensitizing event, the root cause of the problem every single time. Every single time. No more counting, no more building the offending emotion, which is the affect bridge. It's really based in parts therapy, and the causative part will actually be the part doing the regression, not you. Also, about 15% of the time, the problem is caused by a spiritual attachment. I never believed in this initially, but it is true, and it does happen. With this technique, you'll easily be able to know if it's an attachment or a problem that your client created. If it is an attachment, I'm going to teach you how to clear it easily. Absolutely. My exceptional age regression technique, this is a $1,000 value. I'm also including a 4th course absolutely free for you. This is the business of hypnosis. Conducting a consultation the right way, proper pricing, and it's not by the session or by the hour, by the way. And in this course, we'll also discuss the proper way to market your services. Most hypnotherapists conduct their consultations totally wrong. They also price their services totally wrong and lose thousands of dollars per year. This is possibly the most important aspect of being a professional hypnotherapist. If you do this wrong, you'll lose out on landing clients and you will leave a lot of money on the table. We're going to talk about the number one way as to how to market your services and how to niche down on one particular problem so you can build from there. Learn the proper sequence of conducting an effective consultation. Learn what questions to ask and in what order. Learn to size up your potential client with their motivation level for change and figure out what they can afford so you can ask and receive more money for your services. There is a proper process here you simply must know to be successful. This business training program, this is a $500 value. The total value for these 4 courses is $3,700. My usual price is $1,200. For this week only, I'm offering a 2/3 off COVID sale. Your total investment is now only $397. Do this now. Take advantage of this huge saving because the price goes back up to $1,200 at the end of the week. If you'd like to take a closer look, feel free to go to the website, hypnosistrainingstore.com. This is free to you. Free because you're going to 10x your business with these materials. One client covers this whole thing and the rest is pure profit. Take advantage of this COVID sale. Take your practice to the next level. This is the next step in hypnosis. Don't miss out. What you're going to get? No conscious mind whatsoever, no critical factor whatsoever. Your suggestions go right in. What you say is fact, direct suggestion on steroids. More sessions with the current client and tons of referrals because you suggested it. Fix the problem in one session, charge for a program. Save tons of time. Your client doesn't even remember anything. You don't have to have them relive or remember bad experiences. Shorter sessions, put them back into the state within minutes. The most powerful way to conduct hypnosis. Learn a new, easier way to do age regression that finds the root cause of the problem every single time. Conduct spirit sessions, which you can charge a lot for. Spirit sessions. Get their questions answered. Emotional and physical healing. Clear hauntings. Conduct your consultations the right way to land more clients and size them up for giving you more money. Learn crucial factors in your business. Change the way you charge to make way more money. The number one way to market your business is explained. Thank you very much for your time today, and all the best of luck to you in the future.